Hi everyone, and welcome to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Tonight we are making mini meatloaves. They're going to be like the size of a hockey puck because you're going to be using muffin tin. So that is what we're going to be making. I've got everything already into the bowl, but let me go over the ingredients and actually show you a couple of them and we'll get started. First, you're going to want 80-20 ground beef, and that is because when you're cooking in the tins, you want a more greasier meat because you're going to need to be able to get them out. So you definitely don't want to go for the 95% lean. Go for like an 80-20 in your beef. So 1 pound of that, 1 cup of pork panko. That's the brand they recommend. I actually use a different brand. It's gluten-free. This is what it is. I'll just show it to you right here. It's a little bit cheaper than pork panko and you get about 2 more cups, and I love it. I love frying my chicken in it, and I mix some of this with some Parmesan and spices. It's good stuff. I get this off of Amazon. You can also just buy pork panko and grind it. I don't like smelling, like I have a smelling thing. I don't like to smell that. So this doesn't bother me at all. And one of the things that I love about it is, I don't know if you can see on there, but no carbs. There's no carbs in this. So you can get that off of Amazon. It's great. So 1 cup of pork panko, or use the brand that I have, up to you. 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. So 1/4 of a teaspoon of everything. And then 5.5 teaspoons of, they recommend the brand Primal. I will tell you Kroger has one as well. And when Kroger has theirs, it's a Simple Truth one. I will actually buy that. It's about $1.50 cheaper, but it is the organic unsweetened. It doesn't even use a sugar substitute, guys. There's no sugar in here at all. So it's really, really good. And we're gonna use 5.5 tablespoons of that. For the cup of onion, I actually buy frozen chopped onion. You get like 3 to 4 cups of onion this way. It's like $1.50, so it's actually cheaper than buying the raw onion, and you don't have to go through the crying process. You measure out your onion, you put it in there, you put this back into a freezer bag, and you've got it for recipes later on. So there's a couple things I wanted to show you. So I have all of those ingredients in the bowl, and I have this neat little meat. It's like a meat press, and it helps you kind of mix your meats with stuff. So I'm just gonna start going to town and mixing all of the ingredients. So you can kind of see I'm just stirring and I'm going to town until everything is mixed neatly. And then I will need a 1/4 measuring cup on the other side of this, and I will want to make sure that I have these greased. I'm going to be using an avocado oil spray, and that the oven is preheated to 350. Once I have everything mixed and I've got the measuring cups, I will show you what we're going to do, and we'll get ready to put them in the oven. Okay, everything's been mixed up. I just want to show you, I went ahead because I didn't want to have like meaty, greasy hands. So there is a 1/4 cup measuring cup in here. The bowl is empty. Everything's greased. They've been put in here. So what I did is I filled them up, and I will say a heaping 1/4. So it's not going to be a 1/2 or a 1/3. It's a heaping 1/4 because I had to go back and top off a few. Once you put them in your greased pan, do make sure you grease it. I actually went and kind of rubbed it around just to make sure. Then I pressed them flat so they were like hockey pucks, but it was like a heaping 1/4. So now we're ready to top them. So we are going to use that unsweetened ketchup. So here we go, and you'll notice it's all pressed out, hopefully pretty evenly. And it says about a 1/2, so I'm not gonna fill this up all the way. I kept this out just in case, because to be honest, I didn't measure out 5.5 tablespoons. I just kind of poured some in a bowl. So you want to just spread that over the top of every single one. So if I need more, I can get more. Pretty easy. We're just making them as minis. Now, while I'm doing this, just to let you know, each one of these is 171 calories. I just want to make sure. Yes, 171 calories. A little tongue-tied there. 10.8 in fat. Protein 15.7. Good source of protein. 2.5 total carbs. 2.4 net carbs. And that is because onions have sugar. So 2.4 net carbs per one. But you're using 16 ounces of ground beef and it makes 11. So you could easily, for four ounces, you could probably have 2.5. And yes, I need a little bit more. You could probably have 2.5 to make your 4 ounces. And then, or just do 2 or just do 3. I mean, it is mixed with some other stuff, so that's not a big issue. And then, of course, if you've got extras, save them. Save them like 2 to a Ziploc bag or 3 to a Ziploc bag or freezer them. And then you've got servings that you can just heat up the next day for leftovers. Oh, I'm one short. Watch me. I know I'm not supposed to do this. I just don't want to. That's about right. Okay. So, I've read some reviews. It says that these take 15 minutes to cook. However, some people have said that it can take up to 20-25. So I'm gonna tell you how long it takes in our oven when we get back, because with ground beef, you don't wanna serve pink. This isn't like steak, this is ground beef. So I definitely wanna have it cooked all the way through. So I'll tell you what it took on our side, and I'll see you when they're done. All right, so they're fresh out of the oven and they look like 2 little hockey pucks on my plate with some fauxtatoes. I'm doing cauliflower mash, lots of options, turnip mash, turnip fries, zucchini fries, that'd be good. Anyways, let's see. Flavors are good, tastes like a meatloaf. And I love that they're individual servings, because I already know that I'm going to be putting 2 in my lunch bin tomorrow with some more cauli mash for lunch. This is great. Wonderful, easy dinner. And by the way, it took mine 16 minutes, so it was pretty much spot on to get that internal temperature reading of 160, which is the recommended for ground beef. So enjoy. It's a wonderful meal, and I'll see you next time. Bye.